Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. Hi. I hope everyone is doing okay. All right. This video is what I got at my home pantry from Ralph's and the silent majority in America. So let's go to what does this mean? Okay, I went to the food pantry 4 weeks in a row hoping to learn what Covered California is doing. And actually, I think California, if you're like not that well off, is the best place you could live in spite of the high cost of living because of our medical access, because of our food pantries, churches, and food banks. I saw these videos. Americans are starving. Okay, let's take a look at this, and then we'll think about this. Okay, so what happened was I've been going to Ralph's, and I have been getting $5 deals for about, I think, last week and this week. And today I wanted to go because I knew the $5 chickens were on sale for $5. So here this is a big one. I got the biggest one, you guys. I got a $5 chicken from Ralph's. And then I got 4 packages of hot dogs. These are really good. Turns out these were 4 for $1, but it turns out 4 for $5, but it turns out that the $1.25 price is the all-the-time price. But that is okay because that is really a good deal, and you know, I made that's something I don't want to run out of. So I bought 6 packages of bacon really cheap. I've been buying these $5 deals, so that is the first thing I bought. This is why I went, and then I decided to search around, and I thought, wow, you know, I can do my own food pantry, and we probably should, even if you're going to a food pantry. Okay, so when I went to the food pantry, they gave us, where did I write this? My notebook is on the last 2 pages. They gave us milk, bread, 2 loaves, that's a lot for one person, eggs sometimes, cheese sometimes, beans were hummus, and vegan, and then vegan sausages 1 week, and sliced turkey 1 week, peanut butter, fruit, and vegetables pancake mix 1 week, and a can of dog food. So here's the basic Covered California that I learned. So tonight I will eat the other half of this butternut squash with my chicken, and then some kind of vegetable of some sort. Okay, so that is what. Okay, so I discovered at Ralph's, this is my own cookie sheet. I try to find the good ones, the forever ones. So, okay, the first, now they gave us a bunch of fruit and vegetables. So the first thing I got the $1 bags. I got 5 potatoes, so for $1. So these so this should have been an extra $1 because I thought I only had 4 in here. I got these potatoes. I mentioned to you that's something I don't want to run out of. Then I got a bag of avocados because, you know, I'm trying to watch my diet a bit for $1. I bought a bag of lemons. These were $1 a portion. I didn't know Ralph's had these kind of deals. 1 bag oranges, 4 navel oranges for $1. And so I squeeze my juice out if I don't have a chance to eat it. And then I got to figure out how to freeze avocados. I got 2 mangoes for $1, and I have plans later tonight to try and dehydrate them. And I got a bag of nectarines, 2 for $5 nectarines. I need to cook them or freeze them. Last time I froze them. Okay, so that was $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $6. Okay, so that was the veggies, fruit and veggies, just like the pantry. And then I got 3 cans of cola for 20 cents each. I go, that's a good deal. Okay, so that is the food I bought, and the food was, let's see, how much was the food? The food was $16.60. And it's almost identical, except it's heavy on the meat, the same as the food pantry. Then I bought a cookie sheet. For me, this for $3.50. Okay, these were $6.49, so I thought that is a good deal. And then I bought this package of detergent. I like these pods. You just throw them in, because I bought some cheap detergent, but since I go to the gym, I want to make sure those clothes are really clean. So okay, so with all the foods and non-foods, it was $24.53. And they have on here the verified total savings was $8. But it was actually a lot more than that, because I looked everything up. So, just on the food, I saved $21.98. On the non-food, I saved $9.93. So, I was looking for root foods like the squash, because they last forever. And, I was looking for citrus fruit, because I'm looking for root and citrus fruit because it lasts for a long time. So now I want to talk about the silent majority. Okay, I've been seeing these videos on YouTube. Americans are starving. Okay, I want to talk about the silent majority. Unspecified large group of people in the country, or group who do not express their opinions publicly because they have real jobs. Okay, some people are gray people. That means they want to fly under the radar. They don't want to go, here am I, here's all my money, here's all my assets. No. Okay, like who? Like, okay, let's talk about the president and the VP. Okay, they are not exactly social media stars, but that doesn't mean they aren't confident. So we have the president, then we have the military. The military is 3.4 million people. We have the police, 800,000 people. We have firemen, 1,208,100 people. Retired military, 18 people. College educated people, 46% of the people. Border Patrol, 600,000. And armed citizens, 82,880,000 people, basically 30% of the population. So these are the gray people that in other countries may not or may be aware, because it's probably why they haven't attacked us. So when we have like this 1 million people crossing the border, a lot of them are becoming citizens if they join the military, because I used to work with them. So that's how I know that. Okay, now, so that's that. Okay, now, so I wanted to get that out of the way in case you guys want to tune out. Hosea 4-6 King James Version, 8th century BC prophet. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. I will reject thee, that shall be no priest to me. Otherwise, when they deviate from, the way, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. Okay, so now, so that is how important knowledge is. So that's why I am always in this quest. Well, you know, you don't want to veer too much off of the good way because you'll just suffer. Just call it the good way, okay? Okay, so now I want to talk about a word of knowledge. That's where God speaks directly to people. Okay, my family had this, and what happened was in Switzerland, one of the old grandmothers got a word of knowledge that men were coming. So one of the sons was very pious. And so prior to these coming men, he asked God, because I guess times were very hard, because most people won't immigrate during good times, if he could taste some living water. And this is why, like, people in my family have a lot of faith. They should. A little stream of water flowed into his mouth and he was able to drink some living water. So then the men came and they were Mormon missionaries, and he goes to America and is converted as a Mormon. Then others started to come, and they went from Switzerland to Canada, and the crossing of the ocean was pretty horrific. And then they went to Illinois, Missouri, and were driven out. They went across the plains on foot to Utah and Nevada. So my family, it was really bad. A lot died, but my family came later. I think they were, once Joseph Smith was murdered, the militia pretty much drove everybody by threat of being killed out. And so the thinking was, is the hardy ones would survive and the not so hardy ones wouldn't. And so some of it is pure luck. For some reason, my family came later, so we'll get into that. We'll get into that in a second. So then the missionaries came. It was freezing cold there, and this pious relative was a hunchback. And incidentally, I met some people in Switzerland, and they said this was a long time ago that it wasn't uncommon to be a hunchback. So the missionaries baptized him. They cut a hole, baptized him. He came out of the water with icicles running down, and he was healed from being a hunchback. And then the story went on, and it was quite the saga. That was our side that considered the cowboys. Okay, I mentioned to you about the teepee, and I saw a guy. I mean, we can spot an Indian. I go, is that your teepee? And he said no. And I thought, that is your teepee. But he was sitting in a spot where he could beg for food. So, and he had some shelter. So we're thinking about food, water, and shelter. Now I want to talk about groceries versus provisions. Okay, one of my boyfriends was a mercenary in the Mideast after the Vietnam War, and he went over there to guard the storehouses where all the military equipment was. And so at that time it was very miserable, and so over there the people were fatalists, so you didn't go off the military base, because if you got killed, then that was your fate and it was your own stupid fault. So they would go over there for 18 months, and then they would come back, with quite a big fat amount of money. So let's think about provisions. Think about the pioneers. Okay, when the pioneers were coming across, there's a point in the story where they say our provisions ran low, so they had to camp. And along the trail, there were people that brought food to them so they wouldn't starve, especially just prior to going up over the Rocky Mountains, and a lot of them died. But I think the reason my family, I think they had a push cart, which was not as cumbersome as some of the others, and plus coming later. So provision is food, a stock of food or other necessities. So we want to think about, okay, is it smart to have grocery shopping or provisions, especially, and learn these ways. So what I did when I went to the food pantries, I said, I'm going to go, whatever they give me, I'm going to eat it. And so I did. I still have some though. Okay, so thinking about shelter, food, and water. Shelter could be a car, a shelter could be a van, and that would be better than I mentioned historical homes like huts, like caves, such like that. Okay, and then I'm thinking about trying to grow fruit. Okay, we can grow vegetables year round, and we should, because I mentioned to you that when the colonists, well, it was the pilgrims came, a lot of them starved because they couldn't grow food. So first of all, you need seeds. So the food I got today does contain some seeds, but not like a cucumber or something like that. I'll show you something. Today, I think I'm not gonna spray a lot of pesticide on my plants because I managed to grow some nice big fat tomato plants with no pesticide, and I gave them to my son. So between last night and tonight, these grew, so I dug them up, and these. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plants, and then something ate almost all of them, except, so those like, I think those are squash, I'm not sure. So I saw they had some fig trees, way too expensive, so I thought maybe I can get some and you can put those in a pot. They'll dwarf the tree, but eventually you will get figs. Pomegranates, I did buy one, and for my son when I first moved here, so that's only been about 2-3 years, and it's having pomegranates. And then olive trees also grow here. So tonight I'm going to be having my chicken, my squash, and the way I like to eat avocados is I cut them in half, I take out the seeds, I pour vinegar in the avocado with salt and pepper. So that's what I'm having for dinner. So will I be starving? Will my followers be starving? I don't think so. All right, now the last thing is I am creating, this is a horrible task, but I'm going through my food storage and I'm creating boxes. It doesn't have to be a solid week, but it has to be somewhere in the vicinity. So what I'm doing is it's comprised out of beans, soup, pasta, canned meat and fish, and canned vegetables. And this is so simple, but believe it or not, it took me a while to come up with this. Okay, I bought these 2 cans of tuna at Ralph's. And this is a little, I bought this can of tomato soup at Dollar Tree for $1.25. So these were also, now this is really good. I like tomato soup, like half a can with milk, and then these chicken crackers. They're not cheap. They're 6 ounces, say 3/4 of a cup approximately, but they taste really good with this tomato soup. So I also bought this. So what I'm going to be doing is buying 6 cans of tomato soup, because they're saying watch out for tomato stuff, and 6 cans of crackers, because I like to eat crackers and homemade peanut butter. Then I got this spaghetti. So you know what you can make out of this is, where's my, oh, you can put, remember last night with the top ramen, you can put your hot dogs in your spaghetti. You know, cook them on the side and then put them in your spaghetti. Okay, so the hot dogs, I forgot to mention this. 4 packages of hot dogs for $5, 1.25 cents each. And I got the ones with the 8 hot dogs, 16 cents per serving. And this makes a lot of spaghetti. Then I got this chicken rice out of my stockpile because I have chicken. And so what I'll do is eat as much chicken as I want tonight, and then I'll freeze it. This kind's easier to contend with because you can just kind of cut it apart. Whereas with the chicken legs, I cut those off the bone. And then it's a meal. I have this corned beef hash, and so then I like to eat that with eggs and toast. And then I have these butter beans and some canned ham, and I could make some cornbread. And then I bought this week 5 shelf-stable milks. And I just put one in this particular box. And then I have 3 Diet Cokes that I could possibly drink. So I put under this bologna, hot dog, sausages, and tuna. You can have tuna on your crackers too. That's good. All right, no. So I don't think we're going to starve. For one thing, if go to the pantries, go to the food banks if you need to. I want to talk about one more thing. Okay, I was taking this college class, and the teacher said, what is the definition of intelligence? And I said, application of knowledge, and he said, no. And for a long time, I thought he was wrong, because let's say, like, if I went to the food pantry, I didn't pay any attention to what was going on, and I didn't apply this knowledge, and I didn't share it with you, what good would it be? I mean, you know, I'd eat the food, and then I'd be right back in the same situation. So the highest form of charity is trying to teach the other guy how to help themselves. So for years I used to think, oh, he is entirely wrong. But then I think it was God giving me a word of knowledge, because Forrest Gump popped into my mind. But that's neither here or there. But, you know, like finding the places that, you know, I can get better food cheaper practically than discount shops. Okay, today I didn't go to the gym. Now, the life extension is like a major thing. The reason I didn't go to the gym is because yesterday I upped my weights to 65 pounds, 80 pounds, and 100 pounds. When I first started, I would do 315 weights, and I go, no, I'm going to hurt myself. So I could feel it in my body. It's not hurting, but I thought because of my age, I need recovery. So I'm thinking, you know, the big time bodybuilders, this is why they do the cardio every other day. Okay, I'm doing a 9-week shape up. So at the first week of August, not too drastic weight loss because I'll get flabby. I posted on my X, Get Fit with Rick, 10,000 step workout. That's a good one. Fabulous 50 to 30 minute. And so that's on my X. I'll check and make sure. So what I'm trying to do is life extension. So I'm learning kind of as I go around. I mean, some stuff is very obvious. Don't drink so much Diet Coke. But when I first went to the gym, I go, do you think I could ever get slender again? And they go, oh, yeah. I'm going, oh, yeah. But after I was going for a while, I thought what you want to do is you want to get not big musculars, but a lean, not that much fat body, which is going to, I hate to say, involve weight training. So I found 2 good things. They have at Choose Gym a weight circuit. I just do the circuit. And then they have an elliptical, which is like a treadmill, but you're not putting any stress on your joints. And that exercises your whole body. So this lady said, when I first started, I could only do 5 minutes and it almost killed me. I could do like 1 or 2 minutes. I go, I'm not willing to kill me. So I'm just doing it, and I'm adding 1 pound or 1 minute at a time. And plus I can barely stand like the gym, because I always hated PE, but I thought, wouldn't it be so fabulous if we could extend our lives by decades just by doing some of this stuff? Like one of the things is fresh fruit and vegetables, meat, but less, not so much. So I'm just going for like 4 or 5 ounces. And then I learned that the rice is 3 tablespoons cooked, or 1 potato, or 1 sweet potato. and more root foods, more fresh foods. And then I take vitamins, and I think that helps. And when I come up with more stuff, which I probably will because they're coming up, okay, I'm rejecting fake food. I'm rejecting all blood products, because I went to the Adventist church, and I thought, you guys make too much of this blood stuff. But actually, you know, they do make the point. And also these blood products like stem cells may not actually fit into my religious orientation of things. Plus, I know cows that were fed ground meat of other cows got the mad cow disease, so God knows what it might cause. So they used to say things are host specific, and that is not true. Disease is disease, so we want to avoid. And then the other thing is you know, being careful, you know, I try to keep all the chemicals in. I am a slob, but I try to keep all the chemicals in cupboards, because my friend she owned a pesticide company, and she said it's very important, even keeping them outside. And then I'm working on clean water, very clean water. So if you have clean air, clean water, and nutritious food, that is going to help you survive more than anything. And then the other thing is realizing what's likely to cause us to fall into disease would be chemical poisoning, contaminated food and water, airborne disease, filthy conditions, overexertion past the biochemical limits, obesity, anorexia, drugs, alcohol, that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to move away from all that stuff. The one I have a tendency towards is overeating, which is bad. And now they talk about genetic markers like diabetes, heart attack. You know, obesity causes all kinds of problems. So alcoholism. So, okay, you guys, that's enough. I'll see you tomorrow. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And God bless you all.